Hey, Ravens fan, have you ever imagined Davante Adams playing alongside Lamar Jackson? Well, it seems his name is strongly circulating in rumors, and he could be a new target for our team. The Ravens' offense has already shown it can be dangerous, but with an elite receiver like Adams, the passing game could become even more explosive. But is he really the right choice for Baltimore? Stick around until the end, because we're going to dive into what this potential signing could bring to our team and the impact it could have this season. Go Ravens! Can you picture Davante Adams playing for the Ravens? He's one of the best wide receivers in the NFL, and it seems the Raiders are open to trading him. If that happens, Baltimore could be the perfect landing spot. Our team is known for its strong running game, but we've always been missing that player who can make a difference in the passing game. Adams could be that missing piece. With him alongside Lamar Jackson, the offense could finally be complete and even more dangerous. The recent win against the Buffalo Bills showed that the Ravens have the potential to go far this season, but there's still room for improvement. Bringing in an elite receiver like Adams would take the team to another level. He's the type of player who makes the toughest catches look easy, and that would make all the difference in critical moments of big games. His impact would be huge, not just for the offense, but for our playoff chances as well. Of course, getting a player like Davante Adams isn't easy. The Ravens would have to make some adjustments, especially on the financial side. But it's worth considering the impact a player of his caliber could have. And if you're wondering what Adams could bring to our offense, believe me, he's still got plenty left in the tank, even after so many seasons. But what could this mean for the Ravens offense? Let's take a closer look at what he could add. Davante Adams, despite being a bit older by NFL standards, remains one of the most dangerous receivers in the league. Last year, he caught over 100 passes, racked up more than 1,100 yards, and scored 8 touchdowns. And he did all that with a team struggling at quarterback. Imagine what he could do with Lamar Jackson. Baltimore, which already has promising young talents like Zay Flowers, still hasn't found that experienced WR1 who can make a difference in clutch moments. Adams could be that player, building an instant connection with Lamar. The Ravens' offense is already great at running the ball, but there's been a lack of consistency in the passing game. With Adams, the team would gain a reliable weapon capable of winning close games. Lamar Jackson has always been criticized for not having a top-tier target, and bringing Adams in could silence those critics. This would change how opposing defenses approach the Ravens, as they'd have to respect both the run and the pass, creating more opportunities for the team. Of course, Adams' impact wouldn't just be about winning games. He'd also bring leadership and experience to the receiving core, helping the younger players develop. The Ravens' offense would become more balanced and dangerous. But for all this to happen, there's a big obstacle: Adams' salary. Let's understand how the Ravens could tackle this financial issue. Bringing in a player like Davante Adams is never cheap. His salary is high, and the Ravens would need to make some adjustments to fit him into the roster. Right now, the salary cap impact would be $13.25 million, which is no small amount. To make this work, the team would need to restructure some contracts or even think about extending Adams' contract to lower the immediate cap hit. All of this would require careful planning to avoid compromising the team's financial future. The good news is that, closer to the trade deadline, this figure might drop a bit, making it more feasible for the Ravens. However, Baltimore already has limited cap space to work with, so even with that reduction, they'd still need to make cuts elsewhere or renegotiate contracts. This shows that trading for Adams would be more than just a talent decision. It's a long-term financial strategy. Still, when you have a chance to get a player like Adams, it might be worth the sacrifice. What the Ravens could gain in the short term might outweigh the financial challenges. If the team can adjust the salary cap, the next question is, what else would Adams bring to the team? Could he be the missing piece that finally transforms the Ravens' offense? Baltimore already has talent on offense, but something always seems to be missing. Zay Flowers and the other young receivers have potential, but none of them have the experience or immediate impact that Davante Adams would bring. Adams has already proven to be a game-changer in any situation, especially in critical moments. When you have a player like him on your team, not only does he raise the level of the offense, but he also gives more confidence to the players around him. Imagine how it would be for Lamar Jackson to have a reliable target on every play. That would not only improve his game, but also open up more space for the running game, as defenses would have to account for Adams. Plus, the presence of a veteran player like him would help the younger receivers develop. The opposing defense wouldn't be able to focus only on the run, making the Ravens' offense much more unpredictable. If Baltimore wants to take the next step and become a true contender, bringing in Davante Adams could be the key. He would be the missing piece to balance the offense and make the team complete. But are the Ravens ready to make such a bold and risky move? Let's see how this scenario could play out. The Ravens have a history of making bold moves when they believe it can take them to the next level. The idea of bringing in Davante Adams would be another one of those moves. The trade could require a lot in terms of resources, like draft picks and financial adjustments, but Baltimore has already shown it's willing to invest to win. The big question is the team ready to make this move now? And more importantly, do the Ravens see Adams as the piece that could take the team to the Super Bowl? If the team believes he's that player, they might be willing to pay the necessary price. Of course, it all depends on what the Raiders are asking in return and how the Ravens can manage their salary cap. As the trade deadline approaches, interest from other teams could also influence Adams' fate. But if the Ravens want to remain one of the AFC's top teams, they may have no choice but to take a risk. In the end, the question is it worth making a big move like this now? If the trade goes through, the Ravens would have a very real chance of competing with the league's top teams and chasing that coveted Super Bowl. Let's stay tuned because this story still has many chapters to unfold. So, Ravens fan, what do you think about the possibility of adding Davante Adams to our roster? His impressive track record and elite receiving skills could truly elevate our offense and provide the playmaking ability that's been missing. Imagine the combination of his route-running precision and Lamar Jackson's arm talent. It could create a dynamic that would keep opposing defenses on their toes. However, as we've discussed, this potential trade isn't without its challenges, particularly concerning the financial aspects and what it would cost in terms of draft picks. The Ravens have a history of making bold moves when they see a chance to enhance the team, and bringing in Adams could be one of those pivotal moments. If the front office believes he's the key to unlocking the full potential of this season, then they might just take the plunge. It's a risk, but one that could pay off tremendously. Ultimately, the decision lies in how the team weighs the immediate benefits against the long-term implications. The clock is ticking, and as we approach the trade deadline, excitement builds around the possibility of Adams donning the Ravens' colors. What's your take on this situation? Do you think it's worth a gamble? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's engage in some lively discussion about what could be a game-changing move for our team this season.